Yo, what it do? What's everyone doing? How's it going, everyone? I want to make a video on how to relieve stress and anxiety quickly to escape that mental pattern that most of us, including myself, have starts kicking up. And I've found, along my journey, quest, whatever, 3 ways to help stop it in its tracks, or at least relieve it just temporarily. So really quickly, I'm right on my board. Number 1, I like to just call it shifting. I like to call it shifting, moving, just switching my awareness to something else that's going on in my moment right now. So let's just say that my mind starts ramping. It's even talking a little bit now. I could just kind of I can feel that energy in my body, that anxiousness, that anxiety, that stress, that nervousness, that doubt, that something within that just is disturbing, that just I really don't like. So I block it out with things that can calm that down. Alcohol, music, whatever. There's a billion different ways to do it. So when we start to get somewhat I guess you have to get comfortable with it first. You have to allow it to come up. You have to allow the things that bother you to start coming up energetically within you. And then the moment that you can do that, the moment that you're actually somewhat comfortable with some of the problems you may have with yourself that are causing the anxiety and over-anxious thoughts to keep going, this is where shifting comes into play. The more comfortable we are with that, the more easy we are on ourselves, the more we can forgive ourselves and just move our attention somewhere else. The reason why our anxiety feels so amplified is because we give it energy. We give it our attention. So when it starts kicking up, because we identify a lot with our minds, we don't know how to get out of that pattern very quickly. So this is what I like to call shifting. I talked about it in one of my other videos, and I'll talk about it here again. It works very well. The mind starts going. I'm okay and comfortable with the anxiety within me. I could feel it come up. I could see the trigger that caused it. Okay, now, instead of feeding it and giving into it, I take my attention that I'm giving my anxiety, and I'm gonna just move it somewhere else in my present moment. I might listen to the birds chirping outside. I might feel the breath in my body. I might feel like a pain in my body. I might just touch the table just to feel what it feels like. I'm gonna do everything I can to put myself in this moment, and that's what's been helping me. The mind is going to want to go back to it. The mind's going to want to jump back to it because we're literally creating a gap. We are creating some kind of split. Some consciousness shift that we keep doing every time we do this. We put our attention in the present moment, right? Our focus, who we are in the present moment. That causes, even for a split second, it causes a sense of relief, a sense of quiet, for even a second. What you focus on grows, so the more times we do this, we catch ourselves doing this, we're shifting out of the nervousness and into love, which is the present moment, I think the mind begins to literally dissolve. I think over time the mind begins to ungrip and let go of things that have been bothering you. And it's a very liberating thing. It's a very liberating process because you start to go through life, you're just being in life. You're living in life. You're not judging it. You're allowing things to come in. You take notice to them, and then you watch them leave. And it's crazy because lately I've been seeing how my life is just about moments. Like, there's just this moment, and that's it. Earlier there was another moment, then there was another moment, the springs, and yada yada. It's just, they're like snippets, like clips of life. And I think the more present you are, the more you can really start to see wow, this is where I'm at right now. I'm in my house, or I'm at the shoe shop, or I'm somewhere. And I think the more attention we give the present moment, the less we are in our minds, the more we are in our bodies and hearts, and we just start living a more liberated life, a more free-based life within ourselves, where we just feel more free, we feel more expressive, we feel more creative, we feel more willing to give to the world in any way that we can, because we're outside of this anxiety trap. Because this trap here that I like to call it's a trap, is what prevents us from doing a lot of things that we could be succeeding in. Number two, another thing I've seen that has, shifting is number one, and that takes practice, but like I said, put your attention on everything that's going on in the present moment, and I'm telling you, the mind will be quiet. Even for a split second, it's okay. Just keep going back. Just keep shifting your attention back. Practice it on just eating. Eat a meal. Don't pick up the phone. Don't, have to be outside. We can be outside if you want. I'm sorry. But whatever it is, just be and eat the meal. Just like I'm making this video. It's just coming out. I don't know, whatever. It just comes out. It is what it is. What I do, what I say, it just comes out. And I just throw it on YouTube. I don't know. It's fun. Who knows? So practice on a meal. Practice on brushing your teeth. Practice on petting your dog. Practice on opening the door. Just put all of your attention on what you're doing and keep doing that. And over time, you'll just naturally do it, and you won't be up here all the time. You'll be here. So when you do get nervous, or you do have a bad anxiety attack, or something bad does happen, you're able to just kind of like step back from it a little bit, and like you can see it. And I'm not saying it's just gonna go away, but it's in the background. You're here, and it's kind of like back here. It's not like right here like it usually is for most of us. Like it's just so much. So trying to find some ways to help you guys relieve that. Shifting's number one. Number two, gratitude. Gratitude, just gratitude, and even a gratitude list. Just being thankful for what you have at the time, and knowing that the universe gives you what you need at that specific time, because it was meant for you and your reality. That's how I like to see it when things kind of go iffy for me, if something does kind of go a little bit south for me. That's just the way it was meant to be, and I can sit on it up here and trap it in there, or I can just shift my attention to the present moment at that time and let it come in and let it come out. And just see, that was meant to happen? Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just going to throw my hands up in the air and keep going on with my life. I'm not going to hold on to all these things that I used to hold on to, because it's baggage. I am an energetic being. I do not want to hold on to a bunch of negative energy. So we pick up negative energy multiple ways, I think. It's not just through people. It's not just through events. It's through a bunch of things. But when we're able to like see it, we can kind of like just let it go. And we become lighter. We feel lighter within ourselves. We feel more expressive. We just feel overall better in general. I don't know how to describe it. You just feel like a better human being. That's what this channel is about, to help you become a better version of yourself. Yo, bye. Number 3. This is something especially that I've seen over the past month that I have been doing it. Sun gazing. Whoop. The video fell, but I'm going to bring it back up, because this is important. Okay. Sun gazing. Where we take, once again, I've explained this before, we take our shoes and our socks off. We put our feet in the bare dirt, and we gaze at the sun. There's 2 glory hours or grace periods in the day that we can do this. We do it in the morning. I usually go between 20-30 minutes after the sun is up, because I'm in Central Florida and the tree line. I wait for it to come up above the tree line. It's easy on the eyes. It feels good to the body and soul. It's beautiful. Beautiful practice. We start at 10 seconds and we keep going up. 10, the next day 20, then 30, then 40. And kind of just go with your intuition. Go with your intuition. Go with If you can take more light in, then do it. If your eyes are okay with taking in a couple minutes of light, then do it. Just you go with how you feel. Shoes and socks are off. We're gazing at the sun at grace periods between the sun here and Central Florida rises at 6:33 and 6:29, and it sets at 8:33, which it has been past couple days. There's certain spots I have found where I'm able to go up high and look down at the sun when it's going down, and also I usually do it in my front yard when it's coming up. The sun has two different effects on you from morning and set. Morning is more of an energetic overall body high, and then set is more of a very gratitude, appreciative, more body high, like a settling in, like a going to bed with a bunch of gratitude. I set intentions when I gaze at the sun. I thank the sun, I praise the sun, I bow down to the sun, because the sun is calming my mind down. When we gaze at the sun, from my personal experience, yesterday I was staring, gazing for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and around the 2-minute mark, I became very present with what was going on, and I got a deep feeling of love, I was in this moment, and the birds flew by, and I was gazing at the sun. I could hear everything, I could feel the dirt, and I was just like, wow, like, I'm here on this beautiful planet doing this, and I was just so thankful for that. So sun gazing, it does, for me, it calms the mind down very quickly. I can't describe why or how. There's really no studies on this. I would love to get a study together, because it is doing a lot, even for once a day sun gazing. I've been doing, sometimes I'll do 2 if the sun permits. Sometimes the weather's, off and I can't do it for a couple days. I do it anytime I can, because it's just beautiful. It's a life-changing, beautiful practice that I recommend to everybody. At least everybody has the knowledge of it. And yes, for the 4th or 5th time I've said this, it calms the mind down a lot. A lot. I mean, I'm talking, it slows it down. And you'll know. Just try a week of it. Start at 10 seconds, then you go to 20, then you go to 30, then you go to 40, 50, 60, and 70. So you'll be at 1minute and 10 seconds. Tell me how you feel after that 1minute and 10 seconds. Just tell me your overall feeling of how you feel. It's just incredible. It's an incredible practice. I've been telling people about it because it is the most powerful spiritual practice I've ever done. My meditations have gotten shorter, but my overall life awareness has gone up. I personally don't know if that sunlight activates certain parts in our brain that we don't normally use. I don't know if it's possible that it could literally burn out all of the negative crap within our minds. I don't know. It's possible that once it purifies the mind, it starts purifying the body. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I am a guinea pig, because I want people to know about this. I want people to not be so stressed. I want people to not be so nervous and so in their minds all the time. Because I don't know why. I think that's what this planet needs. So these are 3 ways: shifting our attention to the present moment, just being grateful and being thankful, and seeing that our moments that happen to us are exactly the way they need to happen to us, and because the universe is already perfect, I believe. And number 3, which should be up there with number 1, is sun gazing. I could come up with more things, but for now, this is my list. I'm going to do a video soon on NoFap and energetic pools and the energy that I give off and that people are now kind of getting sucked onto me from. Also, I believe the sun has a huge part in that too, because we pull a lot of energy within our bodies. We're energetic beings, and we hold a lot of energy, so the sun gives it to us.